how much they believe, but let's get into the drafting phases. Once again, EVO's Holy, after taking a pretty serious loss in the previous game, it's not like they played badly, it's just unfortunate that Aurora was able to surgically enter their back lines every single time. So now, opting to take blue side, Aurora will play from red.
RORA did go for the Granger first ban, immediately refusing to go for any sort of a Granger trade. The Phoveus now gets banned out. We still have the Suyo Joy, which Aurora has proven that they can also rock a pretty mean Joy.
They want to go for the Reggie Lucas, don't they?
I feel like...
Open with it?
I don't think they're going to open with
not.
it.
Yeah, no, especially since the CC is still at large.
I mean, sure, but even so, Phoveus is one of those, like, telltale signs that you want to play Lucas. If not, it feels, at least CC is a little bit more manageable once you get the steel leggings.
I'd reckon. Alright, so they ban out the Fanny. Does this mean EVO's only just take the Suyo first?
I think first Harith, right?
To cover their bases?
Harith?
If you go Harith here, they go Moscow Suyo.
Yeah, they go Moscow Suyo. We actually didn't see Badang in game 1, right?
No,
they got banned.
They got banned.
Aurora banned it in
Second
ban 5.
phase. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Oh, this is high stakes. This is dangerous stuff. 30 seconds left on the clock
They're
for EVO's
talking about
Holy.
it. They're taking every second they can, man.
They can. They're probably looking at each other just like, we know exactly what we want, man. Do you think RQ is going to make it?
Dude, Onyx looking good right now.
But this is also EVO's Holy's chances, right? Like they go for the Loyi. It was left open.
Right.
Yes, because of the Phoveus ban. Usually you don't see Phoveus banned in this slot, so leave open the Loyi. So you go either Suyo X, right?
Suyo.
Suyo X, I think, yeah.
Shouldn't it be just Suyo Harith at this point? Okay.
Yeah, it should be Suyo Harith.
Yes. Okay.
Demon Kai with the highest win rate pick every single game almost is one with Suyo.
Hey, they want the sweep. They want the sweep, but they want it bad.
They need it. That's the only
They need it.
part of this equation they can control.
And it's not even, and they need it and it's still 50-50, right? Like,
That's right. You know what? Since RQ need a reverse sweep, like they need 2 and 2,
yeah.
it's like a 33%.
Probability is not on their side, but let's see. Let's see. First, they have to do what they can do to make sure they can control things that are currently in front of them. Right now, that's EVO's Holy. Coming into this, finishing off that first phase, now that we have the Loyi on their side,
Moscow Joy?
Moscow Joy? I mean, they've got the Joy.
Yeah, they got the Joy. So Tigreal.
Wow. Interesting take here. So instead of posing a different problem or a different question to Aurora, they immediately take the answer for a foreboding question. Hey, if I take anything else, you're going to take Tigreal, obviously, but instead, let's put you in the driver's seat. For now, we have at least a second insurance policy.
Didn't we see Aurora go for the Valentina response to a Loyi?
Yes, and the Tigreal, there's so much to steal in the first phase alone. Even the electrifying beats is good.
Yeah, actually. So you can steal it and instantly use it, right?
Correct. It's off stacks immediately. Ding, 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 ding.
It's good vibes all around. Let's see if they're going to go.
Yes.
Yep. An all-blue team here for Aurora. Mildly purple, depending on how you look at it. But so far, as telegraphed, we move on into the second phase. And I'm very curious to see. Because again, this is the first time we're seeing no flex picks from either side for their EXP lanes.
Just honest. When it comes down to the wire like this, you just have to be clear about your intentions. Ban the Moskov, master the basics, please.
Ban the Moskov.
It has to be, right?
Moskov +1, right? Or Moskov, who else is there?
Or not the Moskov here. You can go red 5 Moskov ban.
That too, yeah.
And then you compromise Erlan. Like, what's Erlan gonna pick from then on?
He basically pick whatever he wants, right? I think all of them kind of fit the build. Yep, there's the Moskov. They don't want the cross-map plays. That's number 1.
Clear intentions, clear intentions.
Very clear intentions.
Might as well be honest, right? Just show the cards on the... Show the entire deck on the table.
Wouldn't be too surprised if they decide to also get rid of Claude as well.
Oh yeah.
I can see that happening.
Just get rid of all the safe picks. Force them into a position where they don't have long range. Ooh.
Ban Badang Jawhead, yeah? No, they're happy with the Jawhead.
I think they're happy with the Jawhead, right?
Yeah.
I think you ban Badang.
Badang Cho?
Badang Cho, yeah.
Badang Cho is probably the
I
better
think Badang
bet.
Cho, yeah.
Oh, this is going to be tough if they do so. Let's see what Aurora wants to do, right? Because I feel like even banning out Claude doesn't feel too great in this position. Are there any other winning matchups that we need to think about here, whether in EXP? Because it feels like things are pretty clear-cut when it comes down to supports.
Even Lucas, without the CC or the Phoveus, is thinking twice, because that's another big ult that Yua can steal.
They do ban the high-lows
Alright,
on
so-
Rora's side. Okay.
So they get rid of the sandbags this time around.
It's a little ridiculous, right? You have a diversion into, oh God, we can't move.
Anything but that.
Did not expect the glorious battle from that angle.
Could they? Is there a possibility for playing a little crazy, playing with Chip, or is Chip just kind of out of the style for Aurora, especially with the first three?
I was thinking like if Cho is not banned out, what is that? Hilda plus.
Oh, they don't
So the
like
show
the,
is open.
They don't like the Giant either.
I guess, I mean, Renjay probably has left a lasting impression on EVOS Holy. Pretty sure Key is like, I'm sick of this guy.
Cannot.
Keeps chucking me out of the way.
Or into
It has to be a
them.
Cho here, right? Actually, no. You could still keep Cho because the Tigger is already revealed by Evos.
Yeah. You get an XP laner first, is it?
Go Khalid. I mean, they need something with Concussive Blast or something that can actually help out the mid lane to push
Hilda?
fast.
Hilda's good.
You think yeah, I feel that Hilda's or the Lucas.
Your team is
Oh, now they force them to play the CC.
Oh, that's gonna be so bad for them though.
Yeah, you can even steal a curtain call. It's a pretty good spell.
And your damage profile ain't quite there.
Yeah.
You're taking fights, and it takes too long for you to get anything done.
You don't have a Granger to supplement that early to mid game damage either.
I suppose. I mean, the majority of the burst is coming from Magic in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, this is not looking good for EVOS Holy. Unless they start bringing back some like good old favorites, especially when we're talking about like the laning phase. I mean, if they go for Hilda, okay, sure, that does make a little bit of sense, especially when you're up against the Lucas. However, are you more concerned about having priority, or are you more concerned of having some like more impact during those team fights?
I mean, that third ban Phoveus is it's a green light for this Lucas pick, right? It does make Aurora's life so much easier. So Gatot Bruno will be the choice. Very straightforward draft, very honest.
Yes, but just the same, they're both compromises.
It's,
Unless they win.
I mean, it's a box of chocolates for Yue.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
For sure, overload him with as many ults as possible. All of them are really, really good here. There's no like going around it.
The last two picks for EVOS only like tier B picks.
Yeah.
It's like just what's left.
Oh, this is.
Do you still go? So aside from Cho, who else is there for Renegade?
Tilma's banned out.
So they still go to the Cho. Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason not to at this point. And I think as long as you can disrupt the Joy, everybody else takes way too long to scale. The only problem is, can I control that mid lane? I think that's a big question here. Can Renegade minimize the damage once he walks into the mid lane, especially when you're looking at that Loyi? And can Yue actually walk away alive without getting chunked out before his first recall at level 2?
Yeah, because Yue is a mid-range hero at this point, and once you input a well-built Bruno into the equation, it's not so sick. Like, he has to make that decision right then and there.
I'm expecting the Domain Kite route one more time.
I agree. I think this might lean into Domain Kite, but let's see. We got the Suyo for Demon Kite. But probably the one last time, Aurora looking for this desperate 2-0 sweep over EVOS Holy. We're gonna hop into the land of Dawn for game number 2 between these two titans.
Thanks, Husky. Coming into the land of Dawn, let's see whether this is going to be the sweep of a lifetime coming in from Aurora. They need to make sure that this game counts. Let's call on our best friend Badang to crack open the gates between both of these teams. EVOS Holy playing on the blue side up against Aurora on the red side here at the Snapdragon Pro Series.
Players and coaches who have seen the World Championship stage 1 are playing for Aurora, while EVOS Holy, the very first world champions, are entering this bout. And yeah, Aurora's chances to get into the playoffs aren't as clear, but they need this win. So EVOS Holy, with this collection of B-tier picks in the second phase, have got to make Aurora pay.
Yep, and look at the emblems, right? So many tenacities. They all know, like, the early game might not go well for us, brothers. We need to get as many advantages as possible. We got to play safe because our scaling is going to take quite some time unless Aurora make a significant mistake.
Hunker down for Duma. That's what they're doing. Hunker down for Duma or allow Albert to snowball one way or the other. Aurora, though, given Yue's nature of just needing to have one step prior to actually the fight starting, I feel like they only have one way in, which is Dominkite. Wait for Dominkite.
Yeah, they gotta wait for Dominkite, but there is another way of playing, and I think that's if Renegade is able to. I mean, they're doing a really good job getting up the freeze. That's a third minion already lost for Deposit. He's gonna be way behind on EXP and will not hit level 4 on time, which is great for Aurora. That just might buy them the time for Aurora to kind of set up for a level 5 jungler with a level 4 Renegade.
All right, there's a TKO sending home a key before this first big engagement in the turtle pit, spawning in the lower quarter, upper quarter for some of y'all watching right now. 2 minutes in, first of the scene is Demonkite.
Yep. So far, even the laning phase not looking too good for Erlan. They're gonna have to give this very first turtle here. They just don't have the ult economy to actually contest it.
And if I'm not mistaken, they did not use their retribution. Demonkite still has it. Quick rotation, they catch one. Key! Use the secret hammer plus his flicker to survive, and all EVHL could do is just push him back.
This is pretty, honestly, very rewarding for Aurora's side, right? They take one small camp, they still have the kick.
And they do have the retribution, stolen away the ult, the jump coming through for Reggie, and there's a sever. Erlan still standing, in comes Edward, flickering in to finish the job. He is gonna fall here, but he's done his mission. Happy with that takedown on the gold laner.
So worth it here. Reggie tried to save the day, but in the meantime, look at how much gold plating Dominkite was able to achieve off of that. Really, really nice stuff coming from Aurora.
Dominkite is eating good. So far, that has led to a, oh my god, 600 gold lead in the gold lane alone.
And you know, funny enough, Yue, top of the charts when it comes down to damage, right? So, while all of this is happening, Albert, he needs to, you know, double time the speed of which he clears up the jungle. He needs to get his Holy Crystal as soon as possible after that Starlium Scythe.
The baby alien is a veteran of the game. He's been here for the better part of, what, 4 or 5 years now. And oh my god, in comes Key, punishing the Hitman. And as I was saying, Albert knows that he doesn't have to rush anything. Key might get some vengeance on him, and there goes the trade.
Blow for blow, trade for trade. You rub my chin, I'll rub yours. Aurora is not backing down from any of these fights. They are not taking a passive route. Keep an eye out on Yue though. Really deep in enemy jungle, really parked in there.
Yue currently has, what, halfway through a glowing wand, and here we go! Stealing away the implosion, giving all of us a collective heart attack.
Sorry.
Made you flinch.
It made you flinch. More so, this does delay the initial take on that buff. And because of that, it's such a small thing, but it's hilarious because it buys them enough time. Look, Albert, he just finishes his buff, and they're already 50% of the way through that turtle.
Renegade looking for that 3-man knockup. Edward biting down like a pit bull. And they're gonna come through the implosion by Key. AOG, Demonkite sharpest retribution in the east. Gets 3 down, traded out for Abun Jing Jing. Aurora, big wins.
Wow, one hell of a fight. One hell of a fight. Great mechanics as well. Oh no, Demonkite, don't go down just because we're about to compliment. All right, you know what? Sure, that just happened. Give compliments where compliments is due. Aurora, really great stuff. Yue, using that Purify, knowing the AOG was coming down. Demonkite, he's got iframes to work with. And even Renegade with a well-timed Shunpo. Minimal, literally 0 impact from a well-placed AOG into an implosion.
No one saw that diversion coming, but neither did Erlan, and he might go down one more time. The hummy weave to the face gets him, and there's chaos all over. Yue is having a field day with the ult he's stealing.
He is, and Erlan, it's got to be a deep, deep sigh because that's the second time he's caught by Edward again. This time around, however, looking at the items, a quick item rush, a glowing wand coming in from Yue. He hasn't even finished his T2 boots. He's just trying to make sure that he can keep up with the rest of the team, but most importantly, to minimize the health regeneration and spell vamps coming out from EVO's Holy early on in the game.
And here we are, not even with the game ending. Ooh, Edward bumped into that brush with Key in it. The Gatot just can't catch a break.
He really can't.
This is one hero I understand why he's fell off more than Alpha. Alpha's still good, I can tell you that, but the Gatot just He jumps in and then there's just nothing much for him to catch most of the time.
He's literally praying, and half the time it's not even him setting up. He is just the follow-up from the key show. In the meantime, though, 13 seconds until the next objective is about to spawn here, and Aurora already taking position as they keep control over that mid wave, supercharging Domen Kite with another wave down mid.
Demon Kite working up top, taking down that tier 1. So that should allow for this turtle to be smooth. Still 100% of these neutral objectives going over to Aurora. Who's playing with Albert? Oh my god, Edward putting Albert down to half health. Turtle scored by Aurora.
Yep. I love the fact that UA is specifically stealing this. Hold on.
Implosion in by Key. The answer, the Sever coming in. Edward finishing the job. A man down for EVOS Holy. They do get a push down bottom. They're not done. Zaman Force coming in from Domen Kite, pushing back the rest of EVOS Holy. In comes Reggie. I'd reckon off of a big jump. Didn't even need to spend it. He just walked in there and taken down just as quickly. Here's the comeback. The clap back. Down goes Demon Kite. Traded out for Deposit. 1-for-1.
Oh my goodness, if Demon Kai didn't go down there, I think EVOS Holy would have been tilted out of their minds here. If we could get an instant replay of UA getting caught, a beautiful purify into, no, this is my implosion now. What a moment.
So much went down there. I don't even know how Reggie walked in through the back. Where did he come from? Could have sworn he did the AOG, but the green dot is up, so I guess he decided to be in the middle of it.
It's rough. It's really, really rough. Edward.
Oh, 1-on-1! And down goes Edward, the shutdown!
Finally, Albert getting something back here. He's very close to that Holy Crystal, but looking at the opposing items from Aurora, if we're talking about MR here, oh, interesting. Edward going with a bit of a hybrid, right? With a standard build. I say standard because that was recommended when the hero first came out. Thunderbelt into the War Axe.
Which explains why he could not hold a pen up to Albert. He's just saying, all right, uncle, you got me.
Put him into submission for now. But in the meantime, at least Aurora, their next item, Power Spike, honestly, not too far away. They're going to have to wait until 36k until everybody has actually hit that standard. But the fact that Renegade is opting to go specifically for the Radiant Armor instead of the Athena Shield, he is confident in his way of playing, utilizing the ship pose to dodge a majority of the damage. If so, probably just standing on top of Reggie saying, hey, just hit me, dude.
Yeah, it's really good to be Renegade right now. Besides being an award-winning recording artist, you are also very chunky against the rest of EVOS Holy. You're actually only scared of Erlan when he gets his Trinity build, but right now, he's still lacking. So you can stand in front of the rest of EVOS Holy, and you can get that perfect 3-man knockup.
In the meantime, Erlan still does not have the Malefic Gun just yet. Rocking the Haas Claws, as well as the Berserker's Fury.
All right, casual Fury Hammer. That might hurt Renegade a little bit.
Well, I think it's still pretty dangerous for EVOS Holy to actually attempt the fight, unless we see like a super play from Key.
Oh, concealed by Renegade, finds one in the back, kicks Albert the opposite direction. I guess that was all according to plan. Aurora does score the turtle, or rather the Lord. Here comes an AOG and a concealed player of their own. No one home. They do catch Yue, purifies. No one to catch the stolen diversion. Where are they going? Into the orange brush. Here comes the rest of them. The pincer maneuver from Aurora. Down goes Key. Edward traded out for Erlan, kicking balls in his face. And now Reggie looking for targets. Another one down. Yue gets blasted by those lightning bolts coming in from Albert. That's a good trade up for EVOS Holy.
It was a great trade up for EVOS Holy. That's something that they needed. Despite losing the Lord, they still are able to take 2 away from Aurora. But all of this was just to make sure that Domen Kai can finally get his 3rd item. The Holy Crystal is complete. And I'm not seeing a lot of Athena shields on the side of EVOS Holy.
They have to respect the damage output. And here's a diversion of their own. EVOS Holy posting up. That's the Rock Ursa Bush. And I think, oh, Edward.
How did he? Wait, how did he know? Did Domen Kai know?
Did not let it through though. Deposit gets punched into the face, serving up a kill to Domen Kite. And now here comes Renegade looking for the kick. Goes the other way around. Zaman Force dropped in. Down goes Key. Sever. Demon Kite looking for one. The charge Queller. Down goes Albert. A shot down by Yue. 3 men down. A tier 2 in mid still standing. Renegade traded for. 1 more goes. Aurora knocking down these inhibitors.
Wait, that was actually so disgusting. I mean, the Holy Shield is going to go down, but Renegade, he gives up his life to get an extra kill with the help of the Way of the Dragon into Yue, stealing the implosion.
Oh, is Aurora thinking this? Are they gonna? Oh no, they're not. All right, a little too greedy to say it's endable. There is a Lord spawning in a minute.
Yeah. In the meantime, this is a huge advantage for Aurora. Unfortunately, the inhibitor that they've taken was the mid inhibitor, which is, again, one of the more easier lanes to manage for EVOS Holy.
It's convenient.
It's convenient. However, they don't have the same high ground defense pros like they did in the previous match. Everybody is a little hesitant to walk up against Aurora at this stage of the game because it's so easy for Aurora to extend an arm and then pull out multiple bodies.
That's right. As soon as Dominkite says it's go time, this is where we play, there's very little that can happen to stop this young man from getting his way. So far, he is built up to his 1, 2, 3, all the way to his 4th item. So I would reckon that's a Divine Glaive on the way.
Makes sense. It would make sense because, again, nobody's really threatening him at this point of time. And even so, let's see, 10 more seconds, and we can see that EVOS Holy are positioning themselves as a convoy on the opposite side of the map. But just look at this, Aurora just making sure we focus on the minion waves, right? We need to make sure that we have pushing waves into the enemy side before we take position over this Lord.
Yep, fortunately, EVOS Holy does have tools. They have the diversion, they have very mobile heroes, and they have a quick jump. Even if Reggie is like a stone's throw away, he can just jump in. And here's a diversion being set up. Who's coming through? All right, the fence bush hold in by EVOS Holy, and I think Aurora smelt something.
Yeah, Aurora notices that nobody's actually touching that mid wave. It does get delayed.
That's a concealed play coming in. Renegade bites it. Spent a lot of ults. Zaman4 spent in 2. Edward biting through the back line, chewing through 2. Zaman4 dropped it. Deficit. Reggie with the answer back. Albert bites it. Traded out for Edward. 3 for 2 currently as Reggie falls as well. He and Erlan trying to do some damage control. Backing off. They need to defend.
Yep, they're going to try and defend here. Dominkite can technically do this by himself if necessary, right? He's chucking out Key. Zaman forced to pick him up. And now Erlan, can you win this 1v1? I doubt it.
He's fighting even the turret. So he got to watch himself, put respect on the Bruno's name all this while. Demon Kite pushes, falls in. Close call. Retreats in the safety of the bush. Aurora playing it safe, as they should.
Oh, very, very safe indeed. Generates a lot of shield, but Erlan, he's already got his 4th item down. Those autos, especially when he's fully stacked as well, really is going to hurt.
Erlan was in a position to really punish him. I think he had just one more slide tackle. So if Aurora stayed maybe a second longer, that would have been a shutdown onto Dominkite, and this Lord would have been null. So now with the Lord knocking through, does Key have a... Key doesn't have a flicker, so it's going to be an honest implosion.
Conceal.
That's welcoming Aurora. In comes the kick, finds one, down goes Reggie, traded out for Renegade. 1 mana piece have been the dust. Lord still standing, but just barely. EVOS Holy going to be taking care of business here. No minion wave down bottom, so the inhibitor will still stand.
Nicely done, nicely done. I'm surprised that UA wanted to take the divergence here. Why? Well, you're already in your opponent's base. What are you trying to TP to? Behind the bottom inhibitor?
An inch?
An inch? Yeah. And EVOS Holy, nicely enough, they decided to pull that Lord. Instead of letting it walk into their crystal for free, drag it down, but maintain distance so that it doesn't actually send it into its charge animation to break that bottom inhibitor.
Mechanics, they understood what it takes to take care of a Lord and what it's capable of, and they used what resources they had left. So now at the 15-minute mark, EVOS Holy holding on. They're down by about 8,000 gold, but as long as you get items on Erlan, on Albert, and as long as Deposit gets... you know what? Now that they're out of the base, it makes more sense. They can find a diversion. But earlier, when it was all about the base defense, there's very little the diversion could have done.
Yep. And wait, once again, trying to open the map real slow here. Aurora understand that they've kind of missed the timing on this.
That's right. Look at this bush that's held in by Renegade. Key and Albert are looking for the hitman. And they have no idea.
I think they know.
They can clean it up, but look, Albert. Oh, smart one. Looking for the kick, spots him, positions Albert in. The answer by Reggie. Big clump pop, but Albert has been the dust just as quickly. Down goes Reggie as well, and the hitman walks away to tell the tale. Deposit goes down 2. Key and Erlan. It's a replay of that last engagement. Down goes Erlan. One big hit from Dominkite, and they're in the base. It's just a matter of time.
Beautiful stuff coming out from Aurora. Yue, what an absolute monster he is. Making sure that this comp does not make any mistakes as long as he's alive. They find one more to wipe them out, and Aurora have done it 12-24. They take the game 2-0.
What a sweep from Aurora. The Northern Lights still shines bright at the end of the Snapdragon Pro Series group stage.